What if I told you that the man who rewrote the laws of the universe was once considered a failure, and that he had a direct connection to the Nazi regime in Germany? This is Albert Einstein. Stay with us until the end. The story you're about to hear is bigger than science. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany, into a Jewish family. His father, Hermann Einstein, was an engineer and salesman. And his mother, Pauline Koch, was a talented pianist who nurtured young Albert's curiosity and love for learning. From a very early age, Albert showed signs of deep wonder about the world around him. One of the most famous moments of his childhood happened when he was just 5 years old, holding a small compass that his father had given him. He watched in amazement as the needle moved, seemingly influenced by an invisible force. This simple instrument ignited a fascination with invisible forces and laws of nature, a fascination that would drive him for the rest of his life. Although he was bright and curious, school life was not easy for him. The rigid, authoritarian system of the German schools conflicted with his independent way of thinking. Some teachers considered him slow, rebellious, and inattentive, but in truth, his mind was exploring questions far beyond the classroom. At the age of 16, he attempted to enter the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, but failed the entrance exam. Rather than giving up, he spent a year preparing and eventually passed, demonstrating his determination and resilience. After graduating in 1900 with a diploma to teach physics, Einstein faced years of uncertainty. Academic positions were hard to come by, and he spent time working as a private tutor and substitute teacher. In 1902, he secured a job at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern as a technical assistant. Many would have seen this as a mundane position, but for Einstein, it provided the perfect environment to think deeply. Between reviewing patents and analyzing inventions, his mind wandered freely, imagining the fundamental principles that govern the universe. It was in these quiet moments that some of his greatest ideas began to take shape. At the age of 26, in 1905, Einstein experienced what is now called his miracle year, publishing 4 groundbreaking papers in the leading physics journal Annalen der Physik. These papers introduced revolutionary ideas that would forever alter the way humans understand reality. One paper explained the photoelectric effect, showing how light could release electrons from metal surfaces, a discovery that would earn him the Nobel Prize in Physics 16 years later. Another paper explored Brownian motion, proving the existence of atoms and molecules through the random movement of particles suspended in liquids. He also published his special theory of relativity, revealing that space and time are not fixed but relative to the observer. Perhaps most famously, he introduced the equation E equals mc, demonstrating the deep connection between mass and energy, a concept that would later underpin the development of nuclear energy. Even with these monumental discoveries, recognition came slowly at first. In 1909, he left the patent office and began teaching at the University of Zurich, moving later to positions in Prague and Berlin. Over time, his ideas began to gain traction. In 1915, after years of work and intense calculation, he presented the general theory of relativity, a radical rethinking of gravity. According to Einstein, gravity is not a force, but the result of the curvature of space and time caused by mass. His predictions were confirmed in 1919 during a solar eclipse, when light from distant stars was observed bending around the sun exactly as he had described. The world was captivated, and overnight, Albert Einstein became a global celebrity. Newspapers hailed him as the man who had unlocked the secrets of the universe, and his face became iconic. Einstein's personal life was complex and filled with both joy and struggle. In 1903, he married Mileva Marek, a fellow physicist, and together they had 2 sons, Hans Albert and Edward, and a daughter, Liesl, whose fate remains largely unknown. Their marriage faced many challenges, including long separations and personal disagreements, and they eventually divorced in 1919. In the same year, he married his cousin, Elsa Lumenthal, who provided companionship and support for the remainder of his life. He also had a playful sense of humor and a fondness for simple, modest living. The rise of the Nazi regime in Germany changed the course of Einstein's life once again. Being Jewish and outspoken against fascism, he became a target and decided to leave Germany permanently in 1933, relocating to the United States and taking a position at Princeton University in New Jersey. While he had always been a pacifist, the threat posed by Nazi Germany to develop nuclear weapons prompted him to act. In 1939, he co-signed a letter to President Franklin D. Roosevelt, warning that Germany might be working on creating atomic bombs. This letter indirectly influenced the Manhattan Project, a fact that weighed heavily on Einstein in later years as he deeply regretted the destructive use of atomic energy. During his later years, Einstein continued to think deeply about the universe. He sought a unified theory that could reconcile all known forces of nature into a single framework, though he never succeeded. He spent time advocating for peace, civil rights, and international cooperation, believing that science and humanity were intertwined. He remained active in his mind and spirit, engaging in correspondence, debates, and philosophical reflection until the very end. Albert Einstein passed away on April 18, 1955, at the age of 76 in Princeton, New Jersey. His death marked the end of a life that had forever transformed human understanding of the cosmos. Yet his ideas and discoveries continue to influence physics, philosophy, and culture worldwide. Einstein's life proves that curiosity, imagination, and perseverance are as vital as intelligence. He challenged the established norms of his time, dared to question the universe, and through his relentless pursuit of knowledge, changed the way humanity sees reality. The universe is vast and mysterious, yet the mind willing to explore it can reveal truths beyond imagination. His story inspires generations to think deeply, dream boldly, and never stop questioning the world around them. If you enjoyed this journey through the life of Albert Einstein, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below. Tell us which part of his life inspired you the most, and let's continue exploring the universe together. See you next time.